sometimes you never know what's gonna happen. Shit happens. Hey, what's up, y'all? I want to talk about Tatiana Lewis and China Stapleton. They are trending. I saw this story yesterday, and when I saw this story, I'm reading everything, and I'm looking at the video, and I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this. But I was like, sometimes this stuff be so off the hook that I'd be like, no, I don't even feel like talking about it. But the more things I saw about it, I was like, I gotta talk about this. And Tatiana Lewis, they said she was 18, but she's 19. And then they have China Stapleton, which is 24. But Tatiana Lewis, I'm gonna call her Tata because on Facebook that's what they call her, either Tata or Tay Tay, but it's always Tata to me. So anyway, Tata and China, the person who they had in common was their boyfriend, Ty Montana, and China Stapleton. She was messing with Ty Montana first. She had a child by him. She has 3 kids, but she has 1 child by Ty Montana. Well, Tatiana and China, they've been going back and forth at it for a while. Looking at it on Facebook, they been going back and forth since, it seemed like 2014, 2015. But it's sad because on May 12th, and that was Friday, so on May 12th, they finally, finally decided to meet up, and they were going back and forth on Facebook all these years, and, over the same old guy, because, from what it seems like to me, he was messing with the baby mother. And then he met Tata, and so once he met Tata, I guess he was trying to cut it off and everything. But sometimes with these youngins, when you have kids by certain people, it seems like you will always mess with your baby father or your baby mother. But anyway, in this situation, they were having words back and forth on Facebook, going back and forth, basically making a spectacle of themselves and everything. And, both of them, hot-headed and making themselves look real foolish and just blabbing their business, going back and forth, on Facebook where everybody can see it and all this other stuff, and not thinking and not caring about how it makes either one of them look. But anyway, they're going back and forth on Facebook and everything, and you know how females can be very petty and, spiteful and jealous and all this other stuff. Well, to make a long story short, China, the baby mother, must have told Tata that she's about to, put up around it, and since you got all this mouth, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll be around it, and you talk that talk when we get around there, whatever. So you see it on Facebook, and I'm going to show you some clips. But you see them going back and forth on Facebook and everything, and Tata, she's waiting for China and everything, and they're outside, and she's saying, y'all saw how she said, don't send me off, and it's sad because she said, don't send me off, and when you think about it, she really got sent off, and it's so unfortunate. All this bullshit could have been avoided. It could have been avoided, it could have been avoided, but, so, she gets around there, and they see each other, and they fight, and they're fighting and everything, and basically Tata ended up dead. And the story is that China was jealous and envious and all this other stuff, and that's why she came around there to fight Tatiana. Well, they're going back and forth, and it's obvious that Tata was still messing with the baby mother, because when you go on China Stapleton's Facebook page, it's evidence that, that they were still messing with each other, and I'll show you some clips of that also. Clearly obvious that, he was still messing with, both of them, and maybe he wasn't sleeping with China. Maybe he wasn't. Only them 3 know, and, maybe he wasn't. He said he wasn't, he spoke, and I'm going to go ahead and show y'all a clip of that also. He spoke on, Tatiana, how he felt about the whole situation, and he's saying that, Tatiana was tired of being picked on, all this other stuff.
I was tired of being picked on. That's what it was over. Yeah. everybody thinking it was all about me. It wasn't about me. Like, it's not one thing that I hated about it. You feel me? It's just now I can't talk to her no more. You know, and that's what's hurting. You feel me? Ain't nobody been over here to put nothing over there. I did all that over there. So Tiana got the best of her. She finna get in her car and ride off until she started that car. She came up from right here. Came through the grass, she hit her, but they said it was an accident. It wasn't an accident. Like, I watched her, and as soon as she hit her, she kept going. She kept going to the point where Tatiana hit the tree right there. Then we was holding her like we thinking she good, cause her leg, her arm, everything. She was like moving, but her eyes, she just, you feel me? But they was telling me that she took her last breath and or something. I couldn't even say watch out. I couldn't say nothing. By the time I turned back around, she was already there. You know. And like I said, like I told everybody, if I told Tatiana get back in the car and go home, Tatiana listened to me like she was getting in the car. If it wasn't for her friend.
So he's making it seem like Chyna is the one is to blame, and all three of them play a part in it. All three of them play a part in it. All of them could have walked away. No one had to be dead. No one has to be in jail. The kids will have both of their parents. All of this could have been avoided if they would have just walked away. Chyna was 24 and had kids, so she should have thought more of her kids before she went ahead and did all this other stuff. And, you know, people saying that, you know, she did it on purpose. Well, Chyna saying it was an accident, and they're saying that Tatiana, you know, and her friends jumped Chyna. I don't know because I wasn't there or whatever, but only the people who was there know the true story and everything. But like I said, it could have been all avoided, all this mess. But so, you know, they say that Tata jumped Chyna along with her friends and all this other stuff, while Chyna has a 13-year-old child in the back seat. That's what they're saying. It was her child, but they're saying it was a 13-year-old child. But they did say that once the fight broke up, Tata was walking away and she kicked Chyna's truck, or her Jeep, car, whatever it was. She kicked it. That was a no-no right there. That was a no-no right there. And I'm not justifying anything that Chyna did, whatever. But I just feel bad because I'm on the outside looking in, and nobody had to be dead and in jail. I just thank God that any situation that I've gotten in, it didn't lead to jail. So Tata kicked the car, and Chyna jumps back in her car, and they say that she yelled, "I got something for you." And she gets in her truck and she drives up on the curb and she runs over Tata. Now they said that when Tata saw her drive up on the curb, she tried to run, but she tripped up, and that's how Chyna ended up running her over. Now Chyna and her family are saying that she was jumped and she was, you know, fighting for her life. And that's why she jumped in the car and jumped on the curb and, you know, and ran over the girl. Well, it couldn't have been an accident because you could have backed the truck up if you were running for your life and all this other stuff. You could have jumped in your truck, backed it up and rolled out, but that's not what you did. You jumped the curb. You jumped the curb. You were pissed off that all this had occurred. And you jumped the curb and you hit that girl, and, you know, and it's witnesses saying that it wasn't an accident, that she jumped over the curb, hit the girl, backed up, and then rolled over again. And I feel like this. The baby father said that it didn't have anything to do with him. It had something to do with Tata getting tired of being picked on by his baby mother, but it had everything to do with him, because even though he has a child with Chyna, you're going to have to keep on, you know, co-parenting with this girl and everything. But it seemed like you were doing a little bit more than co-parenting, and only you and her know that. But for him to sit there and say that this wasn't about him, it was about him. It was about him. The equation was him. And he's saying that Tata listened to him and all this other stuff, and he was telling Tata to leave, and she would have left. Well, if you was out there, why can't you break it up? Why can't you break it up? It's sad because you stood there and you watched it, and he's saying that people's coming for him and all this other stuff. Well, what did you expect? All I can say is, females, community dick, Dick is not worth losing your life. Dick is not worth losing your life. It's not even worth fighting over dude because, see, Tata's dead. China's locked up. As time goes on, Tata Montana, he's going to go ahead and heal. And he has no choice but to keep on living and move on. So, because he's young, he's going to end up meeting somebody else. So, Tata is dead. And it's sad because seeing all this stuff on Facebook, seeing them going back and forth on Facebook. And it's sad because all this could have been avoided. All this shit could have been avoided. And then for the ignorant people that's on the Facebook and everything, just leaving ignorant comments, it's just terrible. But I just wanted to talk about that because it's sad how the youngins, they don't have any self-control. If neither one of them would have chose to meet up, all this could have been avoided. All this could have been avoided. But, you know, with all this mess all out in the world and everything, all this fight and all this other stuff, everybody making it seem like it's all right. But I don't want this to be too long, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this on up. I want to say to all our new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. And to our old subscribers, thank you for rocking with us. To stay up to date with us, hit that notification bell. And if you feel like leaving a comment, then go ahead and leave a comment box below. And deuces.